Greetings ladies and gentlemen, the name's Olsen here, and today we'll be reviewing the new 5-star Quantum Nihility character, Silverwolf, and deciding whether or not she is worth pulling. To demonstrate this, I will be using Jingyuan, Silverwolf, Tingyang, and Bailu. Silverwolf's talent, awaiting system response, where Silverwolf can create 3 types of bugs: damage reduction, defense reduction, and speed reduction. Every single time Silverwolf's attack, she has a base chance to implant a random bug that lasts for 3 turns onto an enemy. Secondly, we go on to Silverwolf's ultimate, User Ban. There is a 92% base chance to decrease the target enemy's defense by 40.5% for 3 turns, and at the same time deals quantum damage equal to 304% of Silverwolf's attack towards the enemy target. We move on to her main focus, her skill, which separates her from all sorts of Nihility and support characters, where she has a 80% base chance to, or higher depending on your talent level, to add 1 weakness of an on-field ally type to the target enemy. It also reduces the enemy's damage resistance to that weakness type by 20%. So in case it has already have the type of weakness of your party, it can further stack on top of that already implanted weakness. And in additional, there is a 100% base chance to reduce all type resistance of the enemy further by 8.7 for 2 turns. It also deals quantum damage equal to 147% of Silverwolf's attack towards the enemy. Then lastly, her ultimate. There is a 92% base chance to decrease the target enemy's defense by 40.5% for 3 turns, and at the same time deals quantum damage equal to 304% of Silverwolf's attack to the target enemy. Her best relics are the 4-piece Musketeer of Wild Wheat. Her second best set is 4-piece Genus of Brilliant Stars, and the 2-piece variant. Her best ornaments are 2-portion Pan-Galactic Commercial Enterprise, which increases the wearer's effect hit rate by 10%. Meanwhile, the wearer's attack increases by an amount that is equal to 25% of the current effect hit rate, up to a maximum of 25%, which is absolutely perfect for Silverwolf, as her kit solely relies on effect hit rate, and her skills also is attacked base, which also stacks. And then lastly, her second best ornament set is Fleet of the Ageless, which increases the wearer's max HP by 12%. When the wearer's speed reaches 120 or higher, all allies' attack increases by 8%. And this is mostly the main reason why this is the second best set, is to solely increase her allies' attack, and of course make her less likely to perish. Now we're on to her best light cones. Her best light cone is of course her designated 5-star light cone, Mirage of Reality, which increases the wearer's effect hit rate by a basis of 24%. And when the wearer deals damage to an enemy that currently has 3 or more debuffs, artificially or naturally, increases the wearer's crit rate by 12%. After the wearer uses their basic attack, skill, or ultimate, there's a 100% chance to implant an Aether Code, on a random hit target that does not yet have it, or a random implant of weakness, targets with the Aether Code receives 12% increased damage for 1 turn. As for the free-to-play and most obvious choice, because it drastically increases her effect hit rate. Quick on the Draw increases the wearer's effect hit rate by 20%, but will be mostly rounded up to 40% as you will progressively get more light cones during the event. So we will mostly be presuming that you will have the fully maxed out free-to-play light cone. So it will be increasing the wearer's effect hit rate by 40% when the wearer attacks defense reduced enemies, which means attacking enemies after using your E on them, regenerates 8 energy. And then her third best is Welt's 5-star light cone in the Name of the World Inheritor. Increases the wearer's defense to debuff enemies by 24%. When the wearer uses their skill, the effect hit rate for this attack increases by 18% and attack increased by 24%. And then we will be talking about the minor 4 stars that, in case you missed the event and do not have the 5 stars, you can use Resolution Signs as Pearls of Sweat, Glance Back when the wearer hits an enemy, and if the hit enemy is not already ensnared, there will be a 60% base chance to ensnare the hit enemy. Ensnared enemies' defense will increase by 12% for 1 turn. And then Eyes of the Prey, which increases effect hit rate by its wearer by 20% and increased damage over time by 24%. As for her best stats, her body will be mostly effect hit rate to maximize as much damage over time, and her defense reduction and weakness. As for feat, will be speed, planisphere, quantum damage, link rope, energy regenerate to quickly use her ultimate, which drastically reduces the enemy's defense and increase their overall weakness. Best substats is of course effect hit rate, speed, attack, and break effect. However, instead of break effect, I would like to add crit damage and crit rate to that if you want to add some personal damage. But other than that, her constellations or eidolons, her C1, after using her ultimate to attack enemies, Silverwolf regenerates 7 energy for every debuff that the target enemy currently has. This effect can be triggered up to 5 times in each use of her ultimate. C2, Zombie Network, reduces when an enemy enters battle, reduces the effect resistance by 20%. C3, Payload, just increases their skill and talent by +2. Her fourth constellation, Bounce Attack, after using her ultimate to attack enemies, deals additional quantum damage equal to 20% of Silverwolf's attack for every debuff currently on the enemy target. This effect can be triggered for a maximum of 5 times during each use of her ultimate. Constellation 5 increases her ultimate level by 2 and basic attack by 1. And then C6, Overlay Network. Every debuff the target enemy has, the damage dealt by Silverwolf increased by 20% up to a limit of 100%. Now, to decide whether or not Silverwolf is worth it, if you solely want to have a team where you can have 3 of the same elements, like Jinyoung, Tingyoung, and Bailu, then you can go for it. However, Silverwolf is an RNG type character, so there is always that 25% chance of her not being able to apply her on-field teammates weakness type. So it is a 75% chance, so you do have to hope that it does hit. But other than that, in my opinion, Silverwolf is worth it, though it solely does base on the current list of characters you have. As for me, I currently have 22 out of 24 characters. Sadly, I was not able to get Himiko and Welt. But if you do have a limited amount of characters, however, I recommend not pulling for her, despite being a universal character that applies weakness, shreds defense, attack, and speed, and also is a quantum character, which is a perfect pair to shield the #1 single target DPS at the moment. But of course, it all depends on reference and an account. Other than that, I do hope you guys enjoy on this review. My next vid will be mostly on Jinyoung. I hope you enjoy. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification, and comment down what do you would like to see next. Other than that, I hope you have a good afternoon. Goodbye.